explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington football team. The first game's out of the way. Time to buck. And we're off in week 2. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops. and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 on the play.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Geis, they'll try to run it. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Shotgun now from Murray, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He was defended by Patrick.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with McKissick. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They run with a former Buccaneer. It's Peyton Barber. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A carry now for McKissick. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
We'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
have a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Kaepernick to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The tackle for loss goes to Matthew Ioannidis. Really nice play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 11. It's now 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Able to find Isabella. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That's good for a Cardinal.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. Touchdown, Cardinals! DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
J.D. McKissick. 78 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
For the Cardinals.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Seven, our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Kaepernick now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Second and 10. Here's McKissick. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter, Tress Way, on to punt for Washington. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He gets away from one. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And a yard at the 20.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
At the 38-yard.
Murray now on 1st down. Going deep for Hopkins. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Washington.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
1st down, Murray. And it's caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Christian Kirk.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 3.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Geis, the ball carrier. He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Cardinals 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the Washington
when you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Washington.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team... takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Fourth down.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. From the gun, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On third down, Murray. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Kaepernick. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, Washington.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Washington first down.
Kaepernick now on first down. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Kaepernick. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Kaepernick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 17,
Terry McLaurin, as the first half is winding down. And Washington able to make this a close game again. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
This one caught by Isabella. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On first down, this is Geis, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 53 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Will take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He's crossing. He's checking.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert, 2nd-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Murray now. Being chased out left. Murray fighting. Lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray steps away to his left. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray toward the pylon, caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
To throw, Kaepernick. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
19 yards. First down, Washington.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
1-yard line.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. To throw, Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Murray a give. This is Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Cardinals 49.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me with some jalapenos. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Peterson. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Let's not forget, a year ago, this was a last-place team in their division in the National Football League. How quickly the fortunes can turn.
And somewhere, there's a former commissioner smiling down and looking, because parity was something he was looking for in this league, and it plays itself out year after year. Last to first is not something that's uncommon in the NFL.
Yeah, season ago, they didn't have one performance like this, but they put it all together in this ball game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get it.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to
try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point good by Hopkins as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Check three.
Hey, guys. Hey, shift.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Alert flare. Check. Switch it.
Now Murray off play action. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Second down at 4. To throw, it's Kaepernick. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And that'll cut the lead down to 22.
Makes the score Cardinals 49, Washington 27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And
they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
By Washington.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It's fourth down.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.